Donald Trump has many qualities, has many vices, but the one that stands out is certainly his narcissism. On many occasions, he has demonstrated narcissistic traits, and sadly, he is now the president of one of the most, if not the most, powerful country in the world. But what causes narcissism? Let's explore what we know about narcissists. To put it simply, narcissism is a personality trait characterized by an extreme selfishness and a sense of grandiosity. According to psychologists, there are two forms of narcissism: grandiose narcissism and vulnerable narcissism. Grandiose narcissists are extroverted and arrogant, seek to dominate others and pursue attention and power at all costs. As to vulnerable narcissists, they are commonly quiet and introverted, but believe that they are unique and have a strong sense of entitlement. They are also easily threatened or insulted by others. In either case, when narcissists are challenged, they tend to become aggressive to defend their grandiose view of themselves. When narcissism becomes extreme and takes over the life of the affected individual, it is classified as a personality disorder. Around 1 to 2% of the population, mostly men, suffer from this psychological disorder. But what causes narcissism? Environment has obviously a significant effect on the personality of an individual. It appears that grandiose narcissism can be caused by parents who put their child on a pedestal, while vulnerable narcissism can be caused by cold and strict parents. It also seems that there is a genetic factor, however scientists don't yet know which gene is involved in narcissistic behaviors. However, it's important to point out that although narcissism is very common in children, it is believed to be a normal part of the psychological development of youngsters. But is society becoming more narcissistic? Nowadays, with the rise of social media, it feels as there are more and more narcissistic people. Although social media gives narcissists a great way to promote themselves, there is no evidence that it causes narcissism. But there are other factors that could explain the recent rise of narcissism. First, the self-esteem movement that began around 35 years ago encouraged parents to frequently praise their children to increase their self-esteem. Despite its noble intentions, the movement had mostly negative consequences as it fostered narcissism in youngsters. Second, the rise of materialism and individualism, partially caused by the development of technology, increased the pressure on kids to perform and achieve things, which therefore made them more narcissistic. Besides, the rise of narcissism poses a serious threat not just to society as a whole, but also to narcissists, as humans are, by nature, social animals that depend on each other to survive and be happy. So, we all are narcissistic to a certain degree, yet some people are so much narcissistic that it prevents them from living a healthy life. However, it's important to keep in mind that there are solutions to narcissism. For instance, psychotherapy that encourages subjects to have an honest view of themselves and develops their feeling of empathy for others. But frankly, who needs that when you're a fantastic person?